Welcome to the Right Mindfulness podcast, so-called, where we are engaged in the On Necessity series. In this series, we're not worried about whether it's good or worried about whether it's necessary and what that means. I am your host, TJ, really more your travel partner on this journey towards a more mindful, possibly healthier, hopefully more sustainable practice of creativity, primarily writing. So here, a couple weeks ago, I think, maybe just a week ago, in one of my lists of 30 things I love right now, it occurred to me that there was a good title for an essay that I wanted to write. I don't know if I'll ever write it, but this may be a preliminary pre-writing thingamajig. The title was On Going Out of Print and Other Necessary Ego Deaths. That's kind of portentous or pretentious. I don't know, probably both. The implication, of course, is that yours truly, TJ Beidelman, writer, thinker, other things, has some books that have gone out of print or are going out of print, and that is true. It's a weird thing to think about. I remember recently getting an email from my longtime editor at Black Lawrence Press, the wonderful Diane Gettle, who, informed me that one of my books, was going to go out of print soon. And my reaction wasn't sadness or dread, although I'm sure it's somewhere in there. It was just gratitude. Like I was, like what it underscored for me is like, man, I've been with Black Lawrence Press, and Diane has been such a important part of my vocational life and such a support to me in so many ways. And it's like, I don't know. I was just like, so I just dashed off an email saying basically thanks. Thank you. Not for that, but for, everything, it's like marking the moment of transition, it's a transition. And then, I've been thinking about it, and all of this may be just me sort of whistling through the graveyard and pretending that I don't care when, I guess I do, but then I also see the other side of it. Like, Zadie Smith, I was watching an interview with her recently. And because White Teeth, her first novel, is being reissued, I guess, at the 25th anniversary. So that's the opposite of going out of print, That's obviously a really important book to the culture. And it's a book I love, and I love her work. And anyway, the interviewer, I think it was Rachel Martin at NPR, asked her, did you take a look at the book again? And she said that she was meant to. I love that Britishism. She was meant to, but she, looked at the first page and she said, "Not today, Satan." So even Zadie Smith, trying to read something she wrote 25 years ago that is universally lauded as an important book in the culture, and probably will be for decades and decades to come, cringes at the thought of reading that book again. I am absolutely not equating myself with Zadie Smith or anything I've written with White Teeth, but in fact, I think the more I think about it, the stuff that I've written and how I've changed and my thoughts have changed about writing and culture and et cetera, and all this stuff that I'm doing with Right Mindfulness, there is a bit of a catharsis that is coming with those books going out of print. And I think for me, I'm at that sort of liminal space where it's like, okay, they can go out of print and I can just go away and not write anymore. What is that like? It's a little freeing, maybe. But another really sort of energizing thing is like, okay, it's a reset. What is necessary for me to write now? And in the past, those books, I don't think I had an attitude of necessity in whether or not they were published, or at least what I needed out of those things being published was something different. It was a line item on a CV, or the potential of me getting something out of it, acknowledgement, attention, a better job or something. I don't know. Now, at least I'm conscious of that. And I'm conscious of aiming for a different kind of necessity in the stuff that I put out there, and kind of holding what I put out there to a higher standard or something. And that's kind of exciting to me. So that's what I would invite for you and me, is that higher standard, and the idea that when a chapter ends, you can start it, and you can do it a little more mindfully than you were a little while ago. And that is success. So happy writing, happy mindfulness, and we'll see you next time.